Welcome to another flowy yoga class. Today's class is going to be a very gentle class with an emphasis on conscious relaxation and breath awareness. This class is specifically tailored to prenatal yoga, so I'll be teaching some adaptations of poses that you've probably done before if you've practiced yoga, for if you're pregnant in first, second, or third trimester, and you want to adapt your yoga practice. It's also great if you've never even practiced yoga before. This is a great beginner class, a great gentle class, and feel free to join me. You're going to need a pillow or a blanket to prop your hips up on, and 2 blocks. So if you don't have blocks, if you can find a book or something that's firm that you can place your hands on as needed. So first we're going to take a seat here on a blanket or a cushion, and you can either take your feet together in Baddha Konasana and take the feet out a ways, or you can sit in a cross-legged seat. And what I really want to encourage here is slowing down so that you notice what feels good for you. Prenatal yoga is really about developing trust with yourself and intuition that allows you to listen and trust what your body is telling you that you need. So find your comfortable seat, your sukhasana. And then close the eyes or let the gaze soften down. Let the hands be on the tops of the legs, palms face down for more grounding, palms face up for more opening. And then bring the awareness to the breath. The inhale brings in more breath to the heart area, to the collarbone, and the exhale lets go. And don't worry too much at first about getting a really big breath. Just notice what your breath is already. Feeling the breath come in through the nostrils, cooling, out through the nostrils, warm. Noticing all aspects of the breath. Maybe noticing different areas that you can feel an expansion with the inhale, like under the armpits or behind the shoulders. And feeling a grounding on the exhale. Maybe even imagining your whole body is breathing through the arms, the legs, the back, the front. Breathing with everything you've got. Taking another breath in and a breath out. And then rock back slightly and extend your legs out. Now, if you're pregnant and your belly is getting bigger, you might need to take a wider your legs wider, or if you want to bring them closer together, that's fine too. And then support yourself with your fingertips out by your side and start to make some nice ankle rolls in one direction. Starting to lubricate the ankle joint, helping to eliminate any swell in the ankles. And just letting go of a little tension there. And then go in the other direction. Continuing to breathe with the whole body breath. Taking one more circle, maybe two more circles in that direction. Lovely. And then helping the legs back up, soles of the feet to the mat. And then take the hands a little bit further behind you and sway the knees a little side to side. Windshield wipering the legs, releasing tension from the hips. And then we're going to warm up the hips even more. Walk your feet over towards the right and let your knees come towards the mat. And adjust your legs, your shin and your calf so that they're closer or farther away as you can, just so that you feel grounded still. Keep supporting with the hands behind you. And we're going to inhale and lift slightly the right hip. And then exhale, lower it back down. And then inhale again, lifting the right hip up. Exhale and lower. Taking 3 more. With the breath in, you lift, breath out, release. Warming up the right hip joint. And release. And then bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. Slowly make your way there. No rush whatsoever. Separate the feet wider than the hips, and then windshield wiper the knees again. Dropping them to one side, taking a breath, and the other side, exhale. One more time. And then bringing the knees over to the right side this time. The heels come back towards the thighs. Finding seat here and keep supporting with the hands behind you. And then we'll inhale, lift the left hip, and exhale, bring it back. Good. Taking 4 more with the breath in, lubricating this left hip joint, getting us ready for some lunges that we'll take in a minute. And don't forget to breathe. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, lower. 1 more. And release. Very nice. And then bring the soles of the feet back. Make your way back to the windshield wiper. And release the hips 1 more time like that. Nice. And then come back to a seat. Again, you can take Baddha Konasana maybe this time if you were in cross-legged before, or feel free to come back to a cross-legged seat. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round back slightly. Inhale, heart forward, arching the spine. Exhale, release back. And then 1 more. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round the spine. And then come up to sit. You can stay how you are, seated, or you can come into another cross-legged position, crossing maybe the opposite foot in front this time. And then release the fingertips up to the shoulders. We're going to take some shoulder circles, warming up the shoulder joints. Inhale, take the elbows together. Lift the elbows up as you can. Exhale, open and down. Feeling the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, together and lift. Feeling how that helps to lift the breath. And exhale, release. Lovely. Take 2 more. Inhale, lift the breath, full breath in. Exhale, open and down. Last one. And release. Release the hands down to the mat. And we're going to release the right hand over to the right side. Lift the left hand up and over as you inhale, and exhale, release. Inhale, right hand up, left hand down, lift, exhale, release back to center. Good. Inhale, flowing 2 more rounds, both sides. Exhale to center. Inhale up and over. Feeling the breath start to expand in between the ribs, creating more space for breath, more space for baby. Last time. Beautiful. And then press the hands out and away. Inhale, lift the arms up. We're going to take a little twist just from the shoulders. Really important that you don't twist at all from the belly, but just from the shoulders. Taking the right hand over to the left knee, looking either to the left, or if you want a little neck release, look back to the right. The right shoulder, look past the right shoulder towards the right knee. Find an area where you can release the left side of the neck. And take about 3 more breaths here. Full breath in and breath out. Again, not twisting at all from the navel, just twisting from the shoulders and releasing the neck. And one last breath in and breath out. And lift the head, lift the arms back up to center, and twist from the shoulders over to the right side, releasing the left hand to the right knee, left hand right and right hand behind you. Twisting from the shoulders, and then take a gaze out over your left shoulder if you did that on the other side. Maybe even dropping the ear slightly, and taking 3 full breaths here. Noticing where you can send the breath to create a little space in areas that are holding tension in the neck or in the shoulders. And one last full breath in and breath out. And then lift the head back to center, lift the arms, and release the arms forward. Roll over the tops of the feet. Walk your hands out into a tabletop position. I'm going to turn so you can see. Move your blanket or your pillow. If you don't have carpet, you might want a blanket underneath your knees so that you don't put any pressure, any unnecessary tension on the knees. And then walk your hands a little bit out in front of the shoulders. That'll take some of the pressure out of the wrists. Knees are pretty much right under the hips. And then we're going to take a little cat-cow, inhaling, letting the belly fall, let the head and the tailbone rise. Exhale, round through the spine. This is one of the best postures you can do if you're pregnant. Inhaling into cow, opening the heart, and exhale, round. Taking 3 more with your breath. Helping to create space in the spine, space in the belly, encourages optimal baby position. And it gently tones the abdominals. Not too much, but just enough. And a little pelvic floor engagement as well. Last one. And when you get to your cow position, hold with a full breath round. Cow, lifting the heart, lifting the tailbone. Breath in and breath out. One more inhale here. And exhale, round. the spine into cat. And hold with a full breath round, inhaling and exhaling. One more here. Exhale, release. Lovely. Now we're going to press back through the right heel, the right ball of the foot, and then bring that right hip down. Hold here with a breath in and a breath out, stretching into the calf. On your next inhale, lift the right heel up, keeping that right hip down, and then open the hip out, the right hip out. The knee comes towards your nose. And then inhale, send it back, square the hips, lower the knee. And we'll do that 2 more times on this side. Inhale, lift the heel back. Exhale, open the hip. Bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale, send it back, square the hip, and lower. Getting more of a hip opener now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open, knee towards the nose. Inhale, send it back. Toes down and lower. And you'll feel that on the left side a lot. It'll build some heat there. And then let's do it on the other side. Reach the left heel back, press into the ball of the foot, and then inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, lift that heel up, open the hip, exhale, knee towards the nose, inhale, send it back, and lower. And then 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Knee to nose. Inhale, back. And lower. Do what you can. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Side crunch. Inhale, back. And lower. Beautiful. Open the hips, open the knees, send the hips back into Balasana. Bring a block with you. If you're in your 2nd or 3rd trimester, to make space for the belly, you'll want to put the block for the head, separate the knees enough that your belly can fit between the legs, and then lower the head down to the block. Also good if you're getting any kind of nausea or dizziness, to keep the head elevated here in Balasana so that you're not creating an inversion for yourself. And then you can release the arms if you want, maybe interlace the fingers, and breathe 4 deep breaths here. Letting the hips release down, noticing the full body breath again, and noticing now that the back is breathing, especially the mid-back. Notice the breath there at the mid-back. Notice the breath at the low back, the kidney area. And notice the space between the eyebrows, maybe even close the eyes for the last 2 breaths. Breathing into this space, relaxing the face. And then to come out, just lift the head, walk the hands back, move the block back to the front of the mat, and then come back up into a tabletop position. Now we're going to take a lunge, so we're going to send the right toes back again, like we did before, but this time we're going to point the toe and sweep the foot out and around to the front of the mat, so the right foot's on the outside of the right hand. And then here you can grab your blocks for the inside of the foot for a little elevation if you feel you need it. And if not, that's fine too. You can even, to release the wrist, come up onto fists. And then breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking 2 more breaths, really moving into the hip. You might even make a little hip circle. stay there for another breath in and breath out. And then carefully bring your right hand up to the thigh and make your way up to a low lunge. If you feel stable here, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, maybe even sink into the left hip. And then take another breath in. Exhale, release the hands to support the low back. And then take one more inhale, open the heart. And exhale, come back up. And then inhale, release the arms. Exhale, lower the hands back down to the blocks. And then you might even walk the blocks back a little bit. Runner's lunge, lifting the toes, lifting the heart. And then exhale, come forward, flowing a little bit between these two. Actually, inhale forward and exhale back. Taking two more, flowing. Inhale, coming forward into a lunge. Exhale, sending the hips back, lifting the toes. Last one. Inhale and exhale. And you might want to hold here for a breath in and a breath out. Reaching the hips back, maybe take one more in. And exhale, release. Walk your blocks back forward. Put them at the front of the mat again. Hands plant inside of the foot, and then just wiggle walk the right foot out. Sweep it back and around, same way we came in. Lovely. Inhale, reach the left heel back. Point the toes. Exhale, sweep the foot around. Left foot outside of left hand. If you use the blocks on the other side for a little lift, bring them back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hold. Feel free to take any kind of little motions to warm up the left hip again. Taking another breath in. Breath out. Find stillness. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way up, taking your left hand to the left thigh. Maybe the right comes up. Find your balance. And then if you have your balance, you can add the arms up. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, sink into the lunge a little bit into the right hip. And then inhale again up. Exhale, release the hands, support the low back. And then one more inhale, open the heart, little baby back bend. And exhale to come out. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the hands back to your blocks or to the floor. And then send the hips back. Inhaling. Exhale here. Inhale, heart forward, lunge, flowing. Exhale, send the hips back. Two more like that. Inhale forward. And exhale back. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then you might want to walk your blocks back slightly and hold here with a breath in and a breath out. Keep lifting the left toes. Take one more here. Be careful not to overstretch. And then walk the blocks back forward. Plant the hands on the mat. Swing the left foot back behind you. And then two options here. Either take the knees wide and come back to a balasana, bringing your block with you. Or if you have been practicing down dog in your pregnancy and you want to come into a down dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, press firmly into the hands. And exhale here. Keep the knees a little bit bent. Maybe walk the feet a little bit wider for stability and for release in the hamstrings. Press into the left hand, bending the left leg. And then switch sides, pressing into the right hand, bending the right leg. And then pressing into both hands, lifting the hips, bending both knees. And exhale. One more breath in. And breath out. Walk the feet back together. Lower the knees back down. And then send your hips onto a block. If you're in Balasana, come up. Walk your hands up and come into Hero's Pose. Beautiful. So to end, we're going to take a little vocalization here. Vocalization can really help to relax the throat. And when we relax the throat, there's a neuromuscular connection between the throat and the pelvis and the cervix. So by relaxing the throat, we actually can relax the cervix as well. So vocalization is a really wonderful tool to use. So just come into a hero's pose. Hands can be at the lap or palms face up. And then close the eyes and begin to become aware of the breath in the body. Notice how you're feeling from where we began to right now. Notice changes in the breath. Notice anything that's opened in the body. And yoga practice is a really great way of just beginning to be more aware and more present with the body. Which is why we often start by checking in and end by checking in. Letting the whole body breathe here. 2 more rounds of breath. Wherever you're feeling you can breathe from. And then we're going to inhale together and exhale with a and we'll do that 3 times. Taking a breath in. Exhale, vocalize. 2 more. Notice a change with where you place the tongue, either behind the teeth or at the roof of the mouth. Inhale. And then just breathe normally and notice the effects of that humming. Notice how you feel. Notice where you feel. And then take a hand to the heart and one to the belly. If you're not pregnant, connecting with the self, with the whole being. If you are pregnant, feeling this connection between your body and your baby that we've just deepened through a little short practice. Breathing into your power, your wisdom, your grace. And then hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thumbs touching the heart, lifts the heart to the thumbs. Blessing yourself, blessing your baby. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is below. If you'd like to set up one-on-one prenatal sessions with me, I would be honored. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you.